Hey, what up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Ari Temkin of the Dallas Cowboys Radio Network. Today we're talking about D-Day. Dak Decision Day. D. Consider hitting like or subscribe because I post videos on your Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to betonline.ag. Betonline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. Well, Triple D Day has come and gone, and Dak Prescott will play the 2020 season, assuming there is one, on the franchise tag, which will pay him $31.4 million. Not bad. But the Cowboys and Dak could not come to a long-term extension. It is the third time in the history of the franchise tag that a quarterback will be playing a season on the franchise tag. Drew Brees and Kirk Cousins are the other two. So here's the question I want to ask everybody watching this right now. This is an important question. Have the Cowboys screwed up the Dak Prescott contract situation? Post your comments down below. Yes or no. Have the Cowboys screwed up the Dak Prescott contract negotiations? Because the Cowboys seem to be sitting at the poker table right now with Dak Prescott without very much money. I mean, it's as if Dak Prescott sat down and played heads up with Jerry Jones, who has all the money in the world, and he doubled up twice with pocket aces, and the Cowboys are once again daring Dak to go all in with pocket aces. And once again, it looks like Dak's going to clean the Cowboys out. The Cowboys could have re-signed Dak a couple of years ago. They didn't. They could have given him a long-term extension after last season. They didn't. They continually have asked Dak Prescott to bet on himself, and continually Dak Prescott has won. Cha-ching. So what does this say to everybody? Dak Prescott is going to play in 2020. Assuming there's a season, Dak Prescott is going to prove to the Cowboys that the money that he wanted to get paid this offseason is going to be what they're going to have to offer next season, only he's once again going to boost that total, as he's done the last couple of seasons. This is exactly how this has played out. So have the Cowboys screwed up this? How have they not? I mean, I talked about this on past videos. They went to the wire with Zeke Elliott. They went to the wire with DeMarcus Lawrence. They went to the wire with Zach Martin. And less so with Zach Martin because they were also going to get a deal done, but they didn't really get anything. They won nothing in taking those contract negotiations to the wire. And now, with Dak Prescott, they are perhaps losing out on a future franchise quarterback because they couldn't get a long-term deal done this offseason. Now, maybe they will next offseason when they can do this exact dance over again. The last we heard on this was Jane Slater reporting that the Cowboys' last offer was between $33 and $35 million with over $100 million in guarantees. It's a lot of money, don't get me wrong. And you're watching this right now thinking, I'd play football for that much, and I get it. That's great. But that's not how contracts are negotiated in the National Football League. It's not a realistic conversation. Here's the reality of the situation. Dak Prescott is already guaranteed to get $70 million over the next two seasons, based on the value of the franchise tag this year and next year if the Cowboys choose to tag him. So if the value of the long-term contract is somewhere between $33 and $35 million with over $100 million in guarantees, he's already there. He's already at $35 million a year over the next two seasons, and he's already guaranteed $70 million, so he's already well over 50% of what they were already guaranteeing at the exact annual rate that they were guaranteeing it. That's why he didn't take the offer. It's not exactly about money or years, but about both in this case. The Cowboys wanted more years and less money. Dak Prescott said, if you want the fifth year, I want $40 million a year, which isn't outrageous if he's willing to extend himself on the years. But the Cowboys wanted to have their cake and eat it too. They wanted the money and the years, which is why there's no way that they were going to be able to get this long-term deal done before the deadline. I can sit here and throw stats at you and tell you that Dak Prescott is a top 10, perhaps even top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. And if you're one of those that believes that Dak Prescott is the franchise quarterback that this team needs to lock up, then you'll just nod your head in approval of those statistics. But there are a lot of people that if I point out statistics will say, what about the wins? Has he won a Super Bowl? Has he played for an NFC championship game? And to that I say, no, you're right. But is that the only measure for which we judge quarterbacks? Specifically quarterbacks that are entering year 5 in the NFL? But more than that, just came off of the last 4 years of playing for a coach that didn't do a tremendous job at leveraging his skill set and leveraging modern trends for the betterment of this offense. But at the end of the day, what you think Dak Prescott's value is, some arbitrary number that you pulled out of your head because you think it's a lot of money and maybe not, doesn't matter. The market value of Dak Prescott will dictate, and that's what Todd Fratz, his agent, and Dak Prescott are leveraging. Because Dak's market value in an open market is without a doubt number 2 in money right now in the National Football League. Whether or not he's the second best quarterback is of no consequence. It's all about, 1, the fact that he plays the most important position, and 2, the fact that he's proven himself to already be top 10, perhaps higher than that, with a raising ceiling. If you're a Cowboy fan, the Dak deadline passing without a deal being done is not good news. Because even if next year's cap stays static or goes down, that cap is going to rise. It is. Because eventually this pandemic will be over and they'll get back to playing football, and those games will be on television. And after the 2021 season, the NFL is going to market with its TV rights, and they're going to double the $10 billion that they got last time from TV partners. Todd France knows this, Dak Prescott knows this, the Dallas Cowboys know this. So they can't cry poor after next season because the cap stays stagnant or goes down, because that sucker is going to rise and rise significantly over the next 10 years. The Cowboys are asking Dak Prescott to bet on himself 3 consecutive seasons. In the last 2, he's won, and this third one comes in with a new head coach that by all accounts is going to leverage all the things that the previous administration didn't. If you think $40 million a year is a lot for Dak Prescott today, wait until he bets on himself for a 3rd straight year. Thanks again for checking out this video. Once again, support my sponsor, betonline.ag, your online sportsbook experts.